Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to show you how to make a pretty simple but very cool barn. Now, the first thing you want to do is create a framework of the building that you want to do. In this example, I made it 18 blocks wide and 36 blocks long. Now, I was already making the front wall, which I made like a little door at the bottom, centered, and also a window at the top. Now, I'm just filling in the wall here with just a simple red stained clay, and the corner pieces are made out of quartz. Now I started doing the roof, and these barns typically have a roof where it's separated into two pieces. One is a little bit more steep and then the other one is less steep, going up there like that. And then I just filled in the back wall to make it fit the roof. And this is a pretty simple design actually. It's just a roof going all the way over to the other side. So now I'm going to be copying it over with roll edit, which is a simple stack command. So you want to select one side of the roof and do / stack into the direction you want to. And for this build, by the way, I kept one part of the building, I kept it open so you could see the framework inside, because otherwise this time lapse would have been pretty hard, because I wanted to make the inside as well. I didn't just want to make the outside, that would be boring. I want to make everything, both inside and outside. Now the inside could have a little bit of improvement, of course, because I'm not the best at interiors. Like, I don't know what to put in there. I just put hay bales and stuff, and I'm actually right now just still creating the framework. And I like having that, like all those wooden beams at the roof. I just like that look. That's why I did that. So we have 4 supporting beams going over to the wall. Then everything is going to be connected together. So I'm going to have 4 of them on the other side too and connect them. And then during the middle, I'm going to have 2 as well. So it's going to be like a skeleton framework of the building, which is always the first thing you should, well, not the first thing, but it's one of the first things you should always do, just so you're sure that everything fits and you're not making any weird mistakes. By the way guys, if you want me to show you how to make something, just leave a comment down below, and if your comments get chosen, I will give you a huge shout out in the next upcoming video if I do make a video about your idea. So post it down below if you have any ideas, or if you want me to build anything, and I'll be sure to do it. So right here, I'm still continuing on the inside of the barn. I'm just making some random stuff just to make it look nice and cozy inside. I don't know, these could be like horse stalls or whatever, and I'm gonna just place a couple more fences along the walls just to make it look like everything is supporting each other, and it just looks more like, it looks more like a barn. That's what a barn will look like from the inside. By the way, all that flickering was me changing the time to make sure that you could see the video, because it's kind of dark, and I was just testing if I could get a better lighting, but that wasn't the case. So I put some hay bales down at the bottom, and now I'm creating a first floor on this. Now these barns always have a first floor to just store stuff, mainly like hay bales and any materials that the farm would need, and you would access that through the hatch at the front there. So I don't know if you noticed, but I actually placed down slabs before, and now I'm changing it into a full block of wood. And I did that because I want to be able to place materials or blocks on top of this without having any weird artifacts where it would be floating. So I just wanted to place like the full block so everything will look nice. Now at the bottom, I'm just decorating it with a bunch of beams of wooden slabs, which is always the dark wood slabs. And I think it looks kind of nice to have that contrast between like floors being light and then the supporting beams being kind of darkish. Now I'm going to be placing down a bunch of hay bales just because it looks nice, and it's just for decoration just for now because I don't want it to be empty. And I'm also going to be placing a bunch of buttons, which is kind of like also for decorating, but it could be for like connecting the interconnecting beams at points where they intersect. I don't know, just a feeling I had. I wanted to just place buttons everywhere and it looked nice. So now upcoming, I wanted to create a system where you would have like a lever and you could like pull up blocks to the first floor. I guess that's how these barns work. I just don't know the word for it, but you probably know what I mean. It's like a system where you could pull up materials to the first floor. Now here I'm going to be creating half of the other wall because I'm going to be world editing the whole side over to the other side just so that it's quick. Here is a couple of windows. I actually made a mistake because I don't want them to be like wood because that didn't look nice, so I changed them into normal quartz. Now I'm going to be copying it over, and first I made a mistake. See, I flipped it. There you go. I rotated it actually, and now I flipped it. So now it's better, and now the whole barn is actually both ways complete. So I just changed up the hay bales a bit just so that it doesn't look copied, even though it is copied, but that's what you should do. Then I changed up that window over there super quickly, and a couple little details. Here I went outside of the wall accidentally. Now on the outside here, I'm going to be creating the same system. I think it's called like a cart hole, like a way to pull up blocks once again. So I was just making that randomly with a couple of different blocks, some stone pillar blocks, cobblestone walls, and that is done right now. Now I was also making a door at the bottom that slides so that it's covered, and I actually covered that window, so I figured let's just delete the window because you can't see anything anyways. Now at the top there I wanted to make a little pop-up thing with some windows, just to give it a little bit more of light, because this thing is very dark on the inside. I did place a couple torches, but that doesn't help that much. Now natural lighting is always better, and this will give you that. So this has 4 windows, super simple, same design. We have the red walls, the quartz corners, and the roof is made out of the light wood slabs. Super simple, just the design going 1 slab up each time and just filling it up and doing like a double slab thing on the outside. Now I'm going to be creating a silo, and this is kind of extra. I didn't even plan for this to be in the build. By the way, this is all basically 90% improvised. I looked at a couple pictures and I'm just creating this outside of my head, just randomly doing this. And I like doing it that way most, because that's how you just get like random inspiration from stuff. It's just a really cool way to build. Instead of having everything planned, just do it randomly. It turns out really well, trust me. So I'm filling this thing up. I'm going to be copying the design up, so you have like 10 of these slices of quartz, and it looks quite cool. Then one part that was pretty hard for me was creating this roof thingy on it. Now this, as you can see, this took me quite a while. I was messing about with some stairs, with some full blocks, with some slabs, and I actually ended up doing it quite well. I'm pretty proud of the design, and it's kind of the same as in my castle video where I was creating the roofs of the towers. You just want to like funnel around with this. You just want to do it randomly and just keep going until it works. Like you never have like a proper way of doing this. Every like different size of like tube is going to be different, and you want different shapes, and it's just never the same. So it's always just like doing it randomly, and it actually turns out quite well in the end. Here I'm just filling it up, and then I'm going to be copying it over. So I made 1/4. I'm going to rotate it with roll edit and paste it down below there. So now I'm going to be creating a ladder that goes down, which actually has a shield around it so you don't fall off if you happen to climb it, because it's pretty high. You don't want to like fall off, that would hurt. Now there's a little hatch over there, I guess, if you want to look into the silo, like how much is left, I guess. I have no idea what that's for. Then a pipe that is actually used to bring it in, I think. Then a couple of hay bales all around the building, and we are done, guys. Here we are back in the server, and doesn't this just look so beautiful while raining? I don't know, is it just me, but the shader pack is amazing. But I'm gonna turn it off, because rain is quite annoying for a video. So here we go, full glory sun. This is amazing. I am so happy with this barn. It turned out so well. It has a lot of detail, but it's still not over detailed in my opinion on the outside. It looks quite nice. We have that pop-up thing over there for some natural light in the building, and it's just really, really cool. I like doing these builds, by the way, in a random survival world, just to have some surroundings. I don't know what's the plus about making this in like a flat world. It just doesn't look appealing to me, so I want to do it in like a proper environment where it looks kind of cute and nice. So for now, let's go into the building, because I haven't really shown that much, and it's quite dark, so I'm sorry if YouTube does not show it that well. That's why I put some torches down. But basically we have a bunch of hay bales. You could kind of decorate this the way you want to yourself. On the inside, this tutorial is mainly just for the building itself, and then you could actually just make it your own. Just change a bunch of stuff and make it your own. And we have a first floor right here that you cannot access from inside here, which is, by now, me thinking about it, is kind of a problem, because how are you gonna get up there? That's like a little error I made. But oh well, that's why this is a tutorial and not like a complete thing you should redo. You should just do this on your own and actually experiment with this, and you could make a ladder yourself. Just place it anywhere on the inside. Now let's take a look at the first floor. So this is what I was talking about. I think it's called like a cart hole, where you would pull up stuff if you're standing here. Then you would just stand here and pull the rope, and you could bring stuff up and place it inside of the building right here. And it's quite cool, so I also made one on this side here on the inside. I don't know why, but just randomly. Couple windows here, once again, to bring in the natural lighting, and that is basically it. You can see the inside of this little thing popping up on the roof, And that is basically it. It's quite simple, but it's still helpful to know how to do certain things. This roof is quite cool. It's like a double slab pattern, so you would just do this and just go down like that. It's so simple, see? Just do that. I'm destroying the building, oh my god. And then this silo is also pretty cool, and it's actually quite simple. But that's it, guys. Like I said, please let me know down below in the comments what you want to see. I can build anything as long as it's sort of doable in an hour. This took me exactly an hour to build, so anything along that like an hour mark, you could just ask me to build it and I will show you guys how to do it. Anything is possible. If I pick your comment, then I will give you a huge shout out in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did enjoy this video. That would mean a lot to me. Also, for more stuff like this, drop a subscription as well. Just click that button. It's free and it's super fast. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at the same time. Take care. Bye bye.